Welcome back. This is my review of the Kamen Rider build driver Rabbit Tank Sparkling Can. Unlike the previous items that Kamen Rider builders use, instead of a full bottle, this is a can. Now, he got this in the show because he matched the Rabbit Tank Sparkling bottles to an extra full bottle that had absorbed energy directly from the Pandora's box. It had the Pandora's box's kind of weird hieroglyphic designs on the inside, but after testing all of his other full bottles, with Ryuga getting slapstick comedy explosions based on whatever the bottles were in his face, they realized it was Rabbit Tank Sparkling. I would have led with that one, but that's just me. I can't comment on his scientific method. But as you can see, the box has his Rabbit Tank Sparkling form. It's a little more garish, but since this one's basically carbonated, I don't mind it as much. It's okay. I think they could have toned it down a bit or made it a little more streamlined instead of all those spiky edges, but I guess they're trying to make it fit with the theme. It's carbonated. At any rate, let's get right down to it. Now, this one has a unique little extra to it. When you shake it, when the plungers in the bottom here are up like this, it'll make that sound effect. Then you use the pop top on the top here to do this. As you can see, the pop top just goes down a bit. There's nothing else it does except that, and once the plungers on the bottom have popped out, it's useless. There's a switch here that'll be depressed when you put it into the slot here, and there's two little nozzles that'll correspond to the driver. So, without further ado, let's transform and henshin! Now, when it's spinning, the two plungers inside here go up and down. I suspect they're triggering the lights in each eye of the can. It's a pretty cool little gimmick, and I do like it. This one, too, uses pin code 97, so half the sound effects are being done by the Rabbit Tank Sparkling, and the other half are being done by the build driver. Now, this one also activates a unique vortex finish. Observe. Pretty cool. Like with the Dragon Claws, the finishing sound is built into the can, not the belt. I suspect this was to help them hide it, but also if something wasn't finished being designed or decided on, or if they need to change something, they can more easily change it. It is a unique and good idea for these kinds of toys. And they use this one pretty effectively. He used it to completely overwhelm Bloodstock in their fight for the Pandora box and all of the full bottles. Bloodstock was so amused by this that he left them all for him to use, and he returned the box eventually to the government, though he kept his full bottles aside. Though with where they are currently in the show, everything's pretty much government sanctioned, though things may be changing soon now that the first territory, the blues, have fallen, and it's now just the greens versus the reds, with the reds having taken the blue in a surprise attack. Now, he does use the sparkling form a bit, even though he's recently gotten the hazard trigger upgrade, mainly because the hazard trigger has the downside of sending him into a berserker rage that kills people occasionally if he doesn't get it turned off. Fortunately, as Ryuga is Kamen Rider cross-charge to disengage it by simply removing the switch with a well-placed shot. And he uses this when he can't use that form anymore, which is nice. It means it's not completely useless like some mid-season upgrades would be if they got a more powerful upgrade after that. Anyway, leave a like or subscribe below, and if you can, see you next time. Ciao!